Let's look at mathematics paper 2 extended. This is for October, November 2021 variant 2. Okay, so this is for paper 2, the first variant. P is a prime number where 60 less, P is more than 60, less than 80. P is 2 less than a square number. So these are all the square numbers that you know that is close proximity to the range as given. So P is 2 less. You need to see this one here as 2 less than a square number. So it is not a square number, but it's 2 less than a square number. So just write it's a prime number as well. Okay, so there are two values here. So square number we need to write down first 4, 4, and 7, 7, 49, 64, 81. So you can see this one here. Okay, so all of these we need to minus 2. So see whichever that's a prime number is correct. Because a lot of people actually wrote 62. Okay. Time flies from Los Angeles to Shanghai. The flight departs on Friday, 22nd July, 9:40. The flight takes 13 hours, 35 minutes. The local time in Shanghai is 15 hours ahead of local time in Los Angeles. Find the day, date, and time in Shanghai when Hank's flight arrived. So now we need to find Shanghai. Okay, the flight takes 13 hours and 35 minutes. So it flies from Los Angeles to Shanghai. So now this is Los Angeles time. Right? 15 hours ahead. 15 hours ahead means maybe plus or minus. We need to change the time first, okay? So we need to first take this one in Los Angeles. Let's just add the time to Los Angeles first. So let's look at 21:40 at 13 hours and 35 minutes. 75. So this one we get 34. So we remove away 24 hours, which is a day. And we should get 10, 75, and 75 bring it in 11:50. Right. So now we have 11:15 of the next day in LA. So Shanghai is 15 hours ahead of the local time, means we need to minus 15 hours. Right? So you take away 15 hours from the local time here. Let me just double check this. 34. So just minus another 15 hours. Local time in Shanghai, arrives. Oh, we need to add it. 26, 15, and change it again to 15. The following day. So the day will be on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 24th of July, 02 in the morning. The cost of the flight is $920. The exchange rate is $1 is equals to $6.87 Chinese yuan. Find the cost of the flight in yuan, so 920. Now let's write the conversion rate first. We're going to write 920 here, which is equal to 632.20. Next, calculate this one here. So in your calculator, you can just type it in. But if I were you, I would still type in the working and then I still write in the working first because that will save room for error. So again, I'll just write cube root of cube root of 0.729 negative 0.7. The number of items that each of 22 people buy in a supermarket is shown in the stem and leaf diagram. Find the mode. So if you're looking for the mode, it's basically which one is that you see the most frequent. Most frequent number. So as you read the stem and leaf diagram, normally they give you a key that is also very confusing. They just hope that you understand. But if you roughly remember, then the key would help. If you have no idea what a stem and leaf diagram is, then this one doesn't do anything to you. So what it means that this is actually 11. Then this is 13, 16, 16, 20, 22, 22, 22, 24, 28, 29. 31, 31, 35, 38, 39, 39, 42, 44, 46, 47, 48. So this is how a stem and leaf diagram works. You read the stem, then you read the leaf. So what happens here is that you cannot say the most frequent is 2. It's not. It's actually 22. Which is right, 22 then. Okay, because there are 3 22s. Find the median. Okay, so there are 22 people. So find the median. Just take 22 plus 1 divided by 2. So 11.5 or 0.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. So 31 and 29. 50, 60, 60 divided by 2. Table shows the relative frequency of the games won by a football team. Result: game won, lost, drawn, relative frequency 0.1. The number of games lost is twice number of games drawn. Loss is 2 times drawn. Loss is equal to 2 times drawn. Drawn is equal to x. Loss is equal to 2x. Right? And then I just take this all into parts. So loss plus drawn plus 0.1 is equal to 1. 2x plus x plus 0.1 is equal to 1. 3x is equal to 0.9. X is equal to 0.3. Scale draw position of two town P and Q. Scale is 1 centimeter represented by 4 kilometers. So here, find the actual distance between town P and town Q. So town P and town Q, you need to draw a straight line. To draw a straight line here, and then you measure with your ruler, and then multiply by 4, because that is the what do you call that, scale given. Measure using a ruler. And that's the scale. Then they ask you to measure the bearing of town Q from town P. Now you are in town P, you're going to Q. P going to Q. So you have to measure using a protractor the bearings here. So take your protractor and go and measure it. Should be about 65 degrees. Town X is 28 kilometers from town P on a bearing of 140 on a scale drawing mark position town X. 140 from town P. So town P, go 140. So you should have a line here. From P, draw this line first. After you have the line, just leave it as it is. And then go and measure how long is 28 kilometers in terms of centimeter, which is about 7 centimeter. And this is town X. Without using a calculator, take your calculator and calculate the answer. 1 over 5 over 6 plus 2 over 5. Two, 7 over 30. Once you get this answer already, then you go to the next one. There's 2 according to working. So change it to mixed number first. You write the mixed number down first and change it to improper fraction. Change both denominator to the same, which should be 30 times 5, 55 times 6. Right, mixed number. There you go, same. Solve this simultaneously, which is they give you 2 equations. You can use whatever elimination method or substitution method. I personally like to use elimination method. So I will just pick this as number 1, this is number 2. I'll change number 1, I'll change the y. Equation 3, compared to equation 2, so I take 3 plus equation 2. So plus them together, 8 minus 3 is 5x. Negative 26 plus 11 will be negative 15. X is equal to negative 3. Just put it back in wherever you want. Negative 13 plus 12, negative 1, y is equal to half. That's it. Next, calculate the value of x. So here you need to use your trigonometry ratio, which you have adjacent and you have hypotenuse. You can only use it when you have a right angle triangle. So you're going to write adjacent hypotenuse, you have your dwa, so. Adjacent hypotenuse only cosine. Inverse cosine, 7 over 12. $54.3. A regular polygon at interior angle 174. Find the number of sides of this polygon. So count the exterior angle first. $6 find number of sides. N is equal to 360 divided by exterior angle of 6. Okay, this one has been done. So what you need to do is line L has equation like that. Find the equation that is perpendicular. If you want to find perpendicular line, you need to make sure that the y is a subject already, and then find the coefficient of x to find the first, your first gradient, which is m1. And write m1 times m2 equals to -1. Find the other gradient of the perpendicular line by substituting everything inside, and you get m2 is equals to equals to 1 over 5. And then you continue reading the question. It says passes through the point 0, 6. So this one immediately gives you your y-intercept already, because x is 0 is your y-intercept. Once you have this, immediately your c will be 6. If you don't believe it, you can actually just sub it into the equation here and then find your c, which is over 6, and put it back in here. Y equals to mx plus c. You get y is equals to 1 over 5x plus 6. Try and invest some money By the end of the first year, the value of the investment has decreased by 35%. By the end of the second year, the value has increased by 40% of the value at the end of the first year. So here you got no numbers to use. So what I would normally suggest is that you should try taking a 100 or 10 or 1 or whatsoever, as long as you're happy with it. I normally take 100. Let's say some money is $100. So in decrease by 35% after first year, multiply by 0.65. Means 65%, I mean $65 left. And then year 2 increased by 40%, 1.4. So take 65 times 1.4 is $91. So what is the percentage of change? From $100 to $91, it's actually a 9% decrease. You can just write 9%. If you write negative, it's okay, but there's no point because it's just a change, 9% of drop or decrease. Okay, solve this one here. What we need to do is make sure whichever side the x value is bigger, if negative 3x bigger or negative x over 5 bigger, I would definitely say the other side. If you don't know, then just try to flatten it first. Okay, flatten it by multiplying both sides by 5. Get 20 minus 15x more than or equals to 6 minus x. Okay, now I can see already on the right hand side is actually bigger. So maintain this as it is, as where it is. Then move the rest of the thing. Negative x is equals to here 6, just bring it over and then plus 15x here. 20 minus 6, 14. 14x. X is 1. X is less than or more than equal to 1. Y is inversely proportional to square root of x minus 2. So here inversely proportional means y is equals to k divided by square root of x minus 2. So right, when x is equals to this, y equals to that, x is equals to 4.25 minus 2. Find k first, okay? So here k is equals to 12 multiplied by square root of 2.25. Y is equals to 18 divided by, just put it in, find x when y is 3. Let's see. Okay, this one done already. So in the essence of mathematical similarities, what you need to do is you just need to make sure that you know how to compare the length and the area. So assuming this is 1, this is 5, this is 8 given here, this is the ratio in terms of comparison. So what happens is that we need to look at it in terms of triangle, in terms of the square, you can use this as a guideline. So what I normally do is you just take this 1 and 5. So this shape is actually 5 square larger in terms of area compared to this. So since this is 25 and then this is 1, so this shaded area here is actually 24. And then the total unshaded area will be here and here. The bigger shape here I would say is 64. Minus away this middle shape here is 25. So minus 25, we will get 39, and then plus the middle here, which is 1. So 39 plus 1 goes to 40. So we got total unshaded area is 40. So 24, 64 plus 24 minus 25 plus 1. 24 is also another calculation. 25 minus 1. 40. So just simplify it by typing in a calculator. Just write 24 over 40, then you can get the most simplified answer. 3 is to 5. If you find the end of the sequence here, you can see the first one here is at by 7 add by 19. And then the next one here is add by 31 plus 7 1571 minus 34 37 132 minus 50. There's a lot here going on. So what we need to do is we need to see whether there's any other things that we can look for. Let's try to do it again at this is at 12 at how many? 16? That's 16. Okay, 18, sorry. 51 minus 37 at 24. So here you can see something is off already. So there is a rule in a rule in a rule. So when you see this already, scrape everything off. Write down your cube number. You will need to put in your cube number, which is 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, 3 times 3 is 7, 4, 4, 4, 64, 5, 5, 5, 1, 2, 5. Remove your n cube first. Most likely there's an n cube here already. 7. So you get a 7, then get a 7, then get a 7, then get a 7. So here you just can write n cube plus 7. That's how you find your answer. Because there's a rule in the rule in the rule. Okay. Then the following one here is when you see a fraction n term, what you need to do here is you need to find this one. What is the n term for the top, n term for the bottom? Okay. N term for the top is this, n term for the bottom is this. So you can just identify them and just write them back in the fraction. All right. Next one here, you see, make x the subject of the formula. What we need to do is we just need to flatten it out first if you want to. So you get y 1 minus x, 3x minus 2. So if you want, you can multiply it as well. You get y minus xy is equals to 3x minus 2. Then you start panicking here. What you need to do is just group the x's together. So we get y plus 2 is equals to 3x plus xy. Take out the x, factor out the x, 3 plus y. That's it. Okay, next 18 diagram shows some land in the shape of triangle ABC. House are built on this land. Each house requires 400 square meter of land. Find the greatest number of houses can be on this land. So all you need to do is you just need to find area of the triangle. Half AB times C. Half A B sine C. 460,000 square meter. And then you just find number of house. Divided by 400. 1150. Done. Next, write in a single fraction in the simplest form. Okay, you cannot cross multiply here because there's no equal sign. First, you need to make sure everything is correct by making the denominators the same. Once the denominators are the same, then you can rewrite. So the trick here is this negative here, which a lot of you will neglect it. This is your denominator already. So this one, you need to expand this first. Then you need to multiply it. 14 minus x squared plus minus 5x minus 6. Then you simplify it. Then you should be able to get your answer. 8 minus x squared minus 5x. There's nothing you can do already at the bottom. Okay, next one here. Solve this one. Just put your x as your subject. So 3 5/3. Don't panic, just continue to do it. (5/3 minus 2). Negative 1/3. (109.47). Okay, so this one here, most likely there are two answers. So cosine means then you take 360 minus. (250.5). Because there are two values within 360. Okay, this one has been done. Okay, what you need to do is you need to look at the angle of this one with the base. This is the base. So first, try your best to form a right angle triangle so that you can use your SOHCAHTOA. So here I managed to get my 9 centimeter for my height. So I need to find this angle. So it's either opposite hypotenuse, which I use sine, or opposite and adjacent, which I use tangent. So here it's easier to get the tangent, which is this line, and I halve it. So I can just halve this line here, which is AC. So you can see OC is half of AC. Find AC first. Once I get AC, I halve it. Once I halve it already, then I just use my tangent ratio to find my answer. Okay, simplify this one here is actually a division. X 2/3 divided by x 8/3. Division means it's a minus. X 2/3 minus 8/3. X negative 6/3. X negative 2. 1/x squared. Law of indices. Okay, find the value of k. So here you know they are both powers from 2. So 2 to the power of 4 is equals to 2 to the power of 6k. 4 is equals to 6k. K is equals to 4/6. We are comparing, since the base are the same, you can just equate them like that. So K is 4/6, which is equal to 2/3. Okay, this one here, same thing, do it step by step. Make the base all the same. So this one is, you can make it into 3 square. See what I did here? 3 square, then I change it to 3 negative 2, because 1/3 square is equal to 3 to the power negative 2. So just write it here, to the power of 4. This subtraction will become a division. Okay, so that I can have all my 3/3, 3, 3, 3. So you can see all the bases, once they are the same, then it makes my life easier. Because I can just relate them after that. So I tried to simplify it. You can see 3x, 3 to the power of negative 8, because I open up the bracket, 3 to the power of negative 6x, then equals to this 3 to the power 1. Once I've done this already, I can actually use all this multiplication, division into add and minus. So this one, add with this one, because it's a plus. Multiplication is a plus. Division is a minus. Then equals to 1, then I just simplify it as usual here, like a normal equation, group up, and then try to simplify it, then I get my answer. And that's it.